net operating losses, not to be confused with capital losses. Net operating loss is when the corporation has negative taxable income for the year. So they have a loss. They cannot, there are some special rules with regard to net operating losses. So, and they've changed over the years, so this gets a little bit tricky. Is this the one? Hold on. Oh, right here. All right, so net operating losses that were generated on or before December 31st, 2017 can be carried back 2 years and forward 20 years, and you get 100% of the loss. So 2017, 12/31, 2017, and before, you get 100% to offset gains in other years, and you can go back 2 years and forward 20 years. Corporation can elect to waive the carryback period and only carry it forward. So if they decide they don't want, even though they're eligible to carry it back 2 years, they don't want to do that. They just want to carry it forward. They think maybe it's going to be worth more. Maybe they think tax rates are going to go up. Who knows? But they decide to carry it forward, they can do that. NOLs that are generated in 2018, 2019, and 2020, so between 1/1/2018 to 12/31/2020 can be carried back 5 years and then forward indefinitely. They can also waive the carryback period, and they can offset up to 100% of taxable income in 2020 and before, but they can only offset up to 80% of taxable income after 2020. So 100% for 2020 and before, 80% for 2020, did I get that right? Yes, 2021 and later. And again, we can go back 5 years, what was it? 5 years and forward indefinitely. Back 5 years, forward infinity, forever and ever. NOLs that are generated in 2021 or later, so 1/1/2021 to infinity, where are we? Are not eligible for carryback, can be carried forward indefinitely. They can only offset 80% of the taxable income in the carry forward year. So 80% of income, and they don't go back 0, forward infinity. So you can see the rules changed over time. So in the case of NOL carryback is first applied to the oldest year, and a remainder is applied to the second. So let's take a look. We've got Wilson Company was formed in 2015. They earned $10,000 in 2015, $15,000 in 2016. In 2017, they had an NOL of $12,000. All right, it was generated. These are the years that it was generated. okay? This is referring to the years that the NOL was generated, was created. So it was created in this first, so they can go back 2 years and they get to offset 100% of their income. They can go forward 20 years. So what they can do, they had a NOL of 12,000. If they carried back the loss, they would have zero income in 2015 because, let's see, 12,000, they're gonna go back to 10, they're gonna absorb that $10,000 income. So now it's zero, but they've got a $2,000 NOL left. They can apply the $2,000 then to 2016, and now they have $13,000 income. Okay? If they elect to waive the carryback, so they don't want to go back in time, they're just going to go forward. Prior to consideration of NOL, Wilson earned $8,000 in 2018 and $21,000 in 2019. All right, 2018 and 2019 is in this era here. So in 2018, remember they had a $12,000 NOL. They're going to carry it forward first to 2018. So they'll have $4,000 left over. So they'll absorb that 2018 income. And they're going to have a $4,000 carry forward for 2019. So they're going to absorb they have 21,000. So Wilson's going to report income of 17,000 in 2019. So that $12,000 is applied to the $8,000 in 2018, 100%, because it was generated in 2017. And then they'll have $4,000 that they get to apply to the $21,000 in 2019. So look at another example. These get more complicated. Now we got Xavier Corporation was formed in 2017. They had $50,000 of income that year. They earned $5,000 in 2018 and in 2019. Okay, so we've got 2017, they had $50,000. 2018, they had $5,000. 2019, they had $5,000. 2020, they had a loss of $75,000. All right, so that was generated in 2020. Again, they can go back 5 years. They can go forward to infinity because it was generated in 2020. So they do not elect to waive the carryback. No, they want to use that carryback because look, they get to offset 100% of income if they go back, but if they go forward, they only get to offset 80% of income. So of course they want to go back to do that. So it's first going to be carried back to 2017 because they can go back 5 years because it was let's see. Oh, it was 2 years, sorry. It was generated in 2020. So why do they do not waive the carryback. NOL would first be carried back to 2017. Why is it going back 3 years? Oh, because it was when it was generated, sorry. They get to go back 5 years with this. So again, it's the year that it was generated. I was thinking 2017, that it only have to go back 2 years, but no. So it was generated in 2020, 75,000. We're gonna first offset that 50,000, zero income, so they're gonna get a refund. They got a $25,000 NOL remaining. The NOL is gonna reduce the income of 2018 and 2019 to zero. So we've absorbed all of that, so we're at 60,000, so we've got 15,000 left. They've got a carry forward of 15,000 for 2021 and beyond. Now let's look at 2021. Now they earned 16,000, so they've got, how much did I say they had left? 15,000. remaining. 2021, they had 16,000. The NOL carry forward, because they're going forward, is limited to 80%. So that 15,000, what we're going to do is multiply this times, let's see, 80% of taxable income, 0.8. So 32 taxable income after, So 80% of the 16, it's going to be limited. They cannot get below this 3,200. So that NOL, that 15,000, can absorb the difference between these two, or $12,800, but the remainder of it, it cannot absorb 100% of that. And it can't even absorb $15,000. It's going to be limited because it's going forward. Does that make sense? So it's these rules, how these rules change, and you have to look at the year that the NOL was generated. Not the year you're in, but the year that the NOL was generated. If it was generated in 2017 or before, then you can take 100%, you can offset 100% of taxable income. If it was generated between 2018 and 2020, and you're going to apply it to 2020 or before, you can still take 100%. But if you're going to apply it to 2021 and later, you can only take 80%. If it was generated anytime after 2021, you do not get to carry back at all, and you're only going to get to offset 80% of your taxable income. So essentially what they did was they took away the ability to completely wipe out the income with an NOL. And again, just as a reminder, with that, where is it? Charitable contribution, the net operating loss carryback is not included in that calculation.